In this video, we're going to be going over how you would add a downspout outlet to your existing gutter run that you had just ran out of the machine and sealed the end cap for. So this process is done with a certain machine, and I will show you what that is now. This is called a downspout hole puncher. There's two sizes for this machine. We have the 3x4, which is bigger in size, and it fits the 3x4 outlets. And then we have over here our 2x3, which is, like I said, the same thing, just a little bit smaller. See if I can show this a little bit better here. All right. So the difference between these two is just one thing. Like I said, the size is different. You guys can see there, this one is obviously bigger than this one. It is, as I said, this is a 3x4 and a 2x3. Today, we're going to be using the 3x4 and doing an example on the 6-inch gutter, okay? So the first step in putting on your outlet is, let me fix this camera. First step in putting on your outlet is we need to figure out where it goes. So that's why we have this tape here, as well as this pencil. A lot of times what we do is we take the measurement from the old gutter, especially if we're putting it in the exact same place. That's usually not too far off because the gutter is not going to be too much damage with only 9 inches. Obviously, if it is, then remeasure it. And there's videos on how you find this measurement if you can't take the old one. But let's just say we do have the old gutter run for this example, and it is 6 inches from the end of the end cap. So we're going to put this 6 inches, touching 6 inches from the inside of the inside of the gutter run, and we're going to go to 6 inches right here. Okay, so we mark this right here with our pencil. All right, put our tape measure to the side. Draw this line in a little better. All right, it doesn't need to be perfect, but right around that 6-inch range. All right, and now this is where it starts, not the middle, not the end. This is where the downspout starts. So we're going to attach the outlet just like that. All right, making sure that when we put this in here, we need to make sure that it's not too far this way, not too far this way, not too far this way, not too far this way. We want to make sure it's right in the center, so that way when that downspout comes down from the gutter, it's nice and center and looks clean. Okay, so we're going to take our gutter run here, and if it is on the stand still, you can either put a table underneath you, or once you get good with this thing, you can just hold it up and do it by yourself. For this example, obviously we just have this little piece here. So we're going to take it like this, and you're going to push this up. You're going to push up this lever here to raise up your puncher. So this button here allows the downspout puncher to come up and come down. So we're going to bring it all the way up, okay? We're going to stand it up like this. Make sure you guys can see it. And then we're going to take our gutter run, and we can't just push it like this underneath. It's never going to go in because it hits this right here. So we got to take it and we got to put it on its side like this, so where it's open. And then we're going to take it, slip it underneath like so. And then this little handle here that is on this machine, this little red handle, okay? What this does is it allows you to go up and down, and it moves the puncher. So we're going to get this lined up like so, and we're going to give it a few pumps, okay, just to get it down there a bit. And we're going to find our line. So lean over it a bit, find your line. You can see that it's right here. We're perfectly in line with it. And then you don't want to go down all the way, so you want to make sure that you're not too tight on there to where you can still move it around and line it up. So we're a little tight, so I'm going to lift it up a bit, move it over, make sure we're perfectly in the middle, okay? So you can look left to right. And you want to make sure that when you do this, it's not tilted like this at all. So it's not, longer over here, shorter over here. You want to make sure it's right in the middle, right at the end of your line. All right. And then you're going to take your red handle here, like so, this handle, and you're going to pump it a few times, and you're going to start to hear that it's actually slicing that metal down there. All right. So you're going to go 1, 2, and then you can see and you can hear it starting to cut down there. I'm not sure how good you guys can see that, but it is cutting, okay? And you go 3, 4, 5, and then you can hear that pop. So we can lift this up, and we're gonna see this piece of metal right here. So this is actually the piece of metal that got cut off the bottom of the gutter. You can see it's got these little slits right here. That's where the tool punctured it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna push down on this black lever right here, okay? And we're gonna pull up on our gutter. Now this can be a little tricky because this thing gets stuck, so you're gonna pop this down. It's gonna come off like that. Lift up your lever, and then take our gutter on, pop it like that out again. And now we have our outlet hole. So with this outlet hole, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna take our outlet and we're gonna add this into here. So it's gonna look like something like this, like that. It's gonna come through, and then we're gonna be able to actually attach our downspout to this outlet. What this does is it lets us attach it to this very easily without having any leaks, because this gets sealed with sealant, and then the water can just easily go over this, down the tube, and stay away from their foundation. So the first step is gonna be to grab your sealant. You're gonna need sealant for this as well. So make sure that's not clogged. We're gonna take a little bit at first and just do a little bit of a small light layer on this outside of this hole we just made, like that. So just very thin, not a lot of caulk. Then we're gonna take our outlet again and we're gonna carefully place it inside of here. And we're gonna give it a good push. So these have little holes inside this outlet, and you're gonna see that they'll start to fill up with caulk when you push it down, all right? So that's gonna give it that good initial seal. Make sure we're pushed in there again. We're gonna take our sealant again, and we're gonna do a little bit thicker of a coat this time around the outside of this. So make sure we get it nice and good in these seams right here. That's what's important. Covering all of these holes, all right? Covering all the seams. And then, same thing, when we use caulk about 90% of the time, you're gonna have to beat it. So you're gonna take your finger, you're just gonna spread this in there, making sure you cover all of these. Spread this out. Same thing with this one, like this. Spread these in. Same thing, spread it down here as well. All right, like that. Same thing over here. A nice good spread. Make sure it's not gonna leak everywhere. Take your finger, go like that. And then after you're done, take your finger, wipe it on the inside of the gutter. No one's gonna see it anyways. Clean it off, because it's better than getting it on the outside where you're gonna see it. All right, so finger's clean now, all good to go. And that is how you add in a downspout outlet.